Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to part 2 of how to make a, part 2 of my scripting tutorial. So in this scripting tutorial, I'm actually going to be, making a data store. So, yeah, let's get started. Wait one second, actually. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is basically, we're going to be making data stores today. So last episode, we've made it so that if we join the game, we have 0 cash and it displays on a text label. I actually forgot to save the game before I exited out of studio, so that's why I had to rename it. That's why it's a little different. And we also made this button that gives you cash every time you click on it, but there's a 0.5-second cooldown. So now today we're gonna actually make it so that if you rejoin the game, there we go, we rejoin the game, and that it's gonna save the cache so that we will actually have the same cache. So for that, we're gonna go on game settings, security, and we're gonna enable allow HTTP requests. I'm pretty sure this is not really necessary for the data store, but this is actually necessary. The enable studio access to API services. It also shows there. It also says such as data source. So yeah, you need to follow that. Now, basically, that just allows us to test data stores inside a studio. Else we would have to load the game every single time, and yeah, we don't want that. So last time I actually also wanted to make what I kind of forgot. I wanted to make it so that it shows $0 on this thing and not like 0 cash and not just the numbers. So what you can either do is we can put like cash and then cash out value like this. If we do it like this, we would then have to also copy this line, put it here, and now once we join the game, it's going to say cash 0 and we can click it and it gets more and more. What you can also do is add like a $sign after it. So for that, you basically just need to do ... after it and then like a $sign, and then we can basically just copy that there. Now if you join the game again, it's going to show $0, and if we click it, it's going to show $1, $2, $3, etc. So now today we're actually going to make it a little bit different. So we're going to actually make it save. So in here we're going to define a variable. So we're going to do local data store services is equal to game get service data store service. I'm actually going to make a data store service like this. This is basically something that Roblox Studio has inside already, so we don't have to do anything else. We don't have to store it in like another data store. It's enough to have it like this. So then I'm going to do local data store is equal to data store service get data store, and in here you're basically going to put the data store name. So if we have it on cache, and then we're going to get 5 cache, and it actually saves, and then when we make it cache 1, then it actually resets and we'll have 0 cache again. So we're going to have it cache. Now on here we're going to use the cache.value function again. So cache.value is equal to, and then what we're going to do is we're actually going to do data store get async, and now in here I would recommend you to do something like this. So cache underscore and then out of this player user ID. That way if they change their username, it'll not affect the data. So we're just gonna do it like this. Now basically we're gonna make like this or 0. You can also change this number if you want the player to have like 100 start cash or something. You make this 100, but I want to have it 0. So in another function, we're going to do game.players.player removing connect function player. And then here we're going to do is data store set async, and then we're going to do the same thing. So cache underscore and then ..player user ID. And now I'm going to put a comma because we actually need to define what value is supposed to save. So in this case, it's player leader stats cache value, just like this, alright? And now basically what we're also going to do, game bind close function, and then we're going to do for underscore comma player in pairs, and then game players get players or get children, doesn't matter, do, and then we can basically put this thing in here as well. What this does is if the game shuts down, or basically if the server shuts down before the game thinks you left the game, it's also going to save your data. So now what we're actually going to be doing is we're actually going to change something else, because if we click on this free cache button, like I'm going to tell you, it's not going to save, okay? It's not going to actually save. If I leave and then play again, I'm pretty sure it's not going to save, because yeah, we changed it client side. So basically we only changed the value for us, but it's actually not saved for the server. It's hard to explain, but basically we need to insert a remote event inside of the replicated storage. You can name it like cache give or something, or give cache, like give cache. And then in the button script, in the button local script, the give cache script, instead of cache.value is equal to plus equal 1, I'm going to delete that line. And what we're also going to be doing, cooldown equals true. We're going to just add that again. We're going to actually do local replicated storage is equal to game get service replicated storage. And now we're going to do replicated storage, find first child, give cache, and then fire server. It's basically going to fire the server so that we can now access data from, in the server script we can actually get every single thing run with the remote event. So we're going to do, we're also going to put another variable here, local replicated storage is equal to game get service replicated storage. And now we're going to do replicated storage, find first child, give cache, and then .on server event connect function. And in here we can put player. This is basically the player that basically fires the event, so which is the person who clicks the button. And basically what we can now do here is player.leaderstats.cache.value plus equals to 1. Now this basically fixes it. So this actually changes the value for the server instead of only for the user. So what we're gonna do is just get like 10 cash. So there we go, we got 10 cash. We're gonna leave the game. We should already also see, okay, we didn't see a data store request. Well, it doesn't need to happen, I'm pretty sure, so we just rejoin. And there you go, it's actually saved. So it's giving us 10 cash, and we can do even more, like 12 cash. Now if we would rejoin, it's going to give us 12 cash again. So yeah, that's how we make a functional data store in Roblox Studio, so that data actually saves. Now if you want to do multiple datas, that actually also works. So if you want to have, if you also have like a wins, if you also want to have like a wins value, so we're going to local wins equals to instance.new wins. Instance.new int value, sorry, not instance.new wins. We're also going to parent it to the leader stats. Now wins.name is equal to wins. And basically we're going to make local win data store is equal to data store service get data store wins, for example. And now what we can also do is wins.value is equal to data store, no, wins data store, get async, and now wins underscore dot player dot user ID or 0. Alright? Basically put this there just with the wins, and now we can also do the same thing. So wins data store set async wins underscore dot player dot user ID comma player dot leader stats dot wins dot value, and then we're just gonna also copy that line and just put that here, and now that value should also work. So what we're just going to be doing is we're going to be finding our spawn location. Where did we put it? We don't have a spawn location. I'm going to just insert one then. Let me just make it invisible and stuff. Alright. So we're just going to make a pot. We're going to add a part right here. That's going to give us a win. So we're going to make this like a big wall and stuff. So I'm going to make it like this. And then we're going to make it almost transparent. We're going to actually make it red, I think. That looks pretty good. And we're going to make it metal or slate. Slate looks pretty cool. Actually, wait, no, not for this one. I'm just going to customize the part. It doesn't really matter, but I'm just going to name it win. Oops. Win pot. Now inside of this, we're just going to insert a script. So what we're going to do is we're going to do script.parent.touched connect function hit. Oops. Oh my god. Hit. There we go. Now I'm going to do local humanoid, local character is equal to hit dot parent, and then local player is equal to character dot parent. So I think that's how it works. I hope that's how it works. And that is not already the player, I'm not sure, but let me test that out. And then we're going to do player.leaderstats.wins.value plus equals to 1. Let me try that out. I'm not sure what the player thing is, if it's right parented to that, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Okay, never mind, it doesn't give us a win, and it's also not anchored. We're just going to anchor the part as well. So instead we're actually going to change this line, and we're going to put player here. And now this should pretty much work, so we're going to join the game. Now we have cash and wins on the top. We're going to touch this. It still doesn't give us a win. I'm pretty sure I know why. So this is actually the character, I'm pretty sure. And then we're just going to do local player equals to game dot players get player from character. There we go. That should now work, I'm pretty sure. I hope it does. If we just touch this. Oh yeah, we're getting a lot of wins right there. So you can see that we have 100 wins. Now we're going to leave the game. We're going to click play again. There you go. We still have 111 wins. Now you can again make another text label inside of the screen GUI that we've made inside of the frame. So we're just going to make another text label. Display wins, for example. We're just going to put it on the other side, and we can also customize this. So I'm just going to make it the same as the other one. So we're just going to make this purple, maybe. Wins loading, and then basically we can kind of copy this entire thing. We're going to put that in a local script right here. So this is basically the cache display script. Instead we're going to change a few things. So instead of cache, we're going to do wins and then wins. Actually, to make it easier so that we don't have to change anything, we can just leave this as cache. So then everything else should also work. So just change this to leader stats.wins. And then in here, we're just going to do wins and then just like this. Now I'm gonna join the game again. And there you go, we have 111 wins and it displays on the text label. So that is how you can actually save data for your players. So if you want more tutorials like this, then make sure to subscribe, it's very important, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.